Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. I hope you're well. This is Mihir Magudia calling from London today. Delighted to be sharing this time with you. Delighted to be talking to you about Leo, about what's been going on in the last week, and about some of the cool stuff that's happening in the future. Been really, really impressed with the response from our field, from our members to the digital market service. It's really inspiring and exciting to see some old people who've come back to the business, to see some people who, well, with all the politeness in the world, have frankly been asleep for the last year or two, to come back to the party. And so as I look down the list of the attendees, I see, again, lots and lots of people from all over the world. I see a huge, huge representation from Sweden today, which is lovely to see. One of my favorite markets in the business. I know they've got some great events coming up there in the next couple of weeks or so. I see Robin, my good friend from Trinidad. I see Larissa from Russia. Oh, Vincent, how are you? I see people all over the world joining on this call. The Germans with Nico. There's Liaquat and his Pakistani team. Khalid, of course. Thank you for writing in there on the questions. I wouldn't forget you. Khalid, how are you? And it's just great to see people from all over the world joining in the calls after having had a good few days of sales, after having done well with the digital market service, using this product to re-engage, using this product to connect with old people and to bring new members, new bronze members, new gold members into the business, and then selling this product to them as well. Absolutely delighted with the first week. Now, obviously, on last week's call, for those of you who are here, I went through in a bit of detail just on the digital market service. I didn't talk about anything else really, apart from that and a few other small things. So this week, we've got to catch up on a few things that we left out of last week's call. But again, I do want to talk a little bit more about the digital market service, just to deal with some questions I've been getting over the week, deal with some issues that people have had it. Oh, Diana, how are you? Deal with some questions that people have had over the week, just to get them back on board and focused. Now, the most important thing about this product, one of the most important things rather, is just its simplicity. It's a straightforward product. It's £1,250. You participate in the digital market service, and every single month we think between £100 and £300 worth of Bitcoin or Ethereum will appear in your back office. That's it. That's as straightforward as I can really make a product, to be honest. I can't do anything much simpler than that. Every month you get the rewards of your machine, and you pay a one-off cost for an annual service. At the end of that service, if you want to do it again, then yeah, that'll be another service with another year of rewards. If you don't want to do it again, don't. It's entirely up to you. It's a very simple, straightforward annual service that rewards you every single month. And I was chatting to one of our most important and wonderful leaders, Magnus, earlier, and he was telling me that he'd looked at some competing offers. He'd looked at some other companies who are in a related space. And in terms of the service we're providing, in terms of the potential rewards, in terms of the lack of maintenance and the easiness of use, we are probably the best in the market. We're as strong as it comes. I was delighted to hear that, because it's always great to hear good things about a product that we've just launched. But it's really great to see that even in this new space, even in this sector, Leo is leading the way, providing a product like nobody else, disrupting a market once again, and doing exciting new things. The other thing I'd add, obviously, as you all know, there is a delay between when you buy the service and when it starts. Now, you get your full 12-month service, no problem at all. You get the full service available to you. That's not an issue at all. But we are at the mercy of factories. We are at the mercy of global shipping. We're at the mercy of all sorts of factors that mean that right now, if you were to buy today, your service is probably going to start January, maybe the 1st of February, something like that. However, sales are going quite good, as hopefully all of you know, because you're doing them, which means that we are selling a lot of these services This means that before long, the delay might get longer. I will absolutely work my hardest to get that delay down. I'll work as quickly as I can to get the machines in, to get them all set up so that we can make that delay as short as possible for you and your teams. But with the more services we sell, with the more people that take up this product, it's inevitable that the delay will lengthen. So if you haven't got one yet, if every member of your team doesn't have one yet, if you haven't been selling them as strongly as you might have been doing, do it. Because if you delay, then you're going to wait even longer for your service to start. And I don't want to see that. I want as many people who are active and excited now to participate. I want people in the business who are working to benefit from this incredible product, because it's one of those products where you get what you pay for. It's straightforward and easy, and anyone in the world can do it. Anyone you meet who's heard about Bitcoin, who's heard about digital currency, who wants to get involved but doesn't know how, who's heard about mining as a good way of getting involved but hasn't got the first clue how to participate. There are millions and billions of people like that around the world, and they are your market. They are the people you can reach with this service. You can bring them into a new sector. You can bring them into a new space. You can get them involved in mining, of all things, which is so technical. They'd never be able to do that on their own. And you can do it in probably the easiest way to do it in the market available today. So we're very excited about this product. And I'd like to give a special shout out to our Filipino market, who have, had a number of challenges over the years. It's a tough market to build in. But in the last week, since the launch of this product, they have come roaring ahead. And for any Filipino members on the call today, congratulations, you're doing incredibly well, and we're delighted for you. So there's obviously lots more information available. If you look on the next slide, there's on the back office, there's a full description. It tells you what the service is. It tells you the details you need to know. The terms and conditions are there. In the next day or two, you'll see a new video pop up on that back office page that can take you and your prospect through the whole process, answering any questions they have, making it real for them. And then obviously there's where you buy it as well on the back office as well. So it's a fantastic new product. Use it to build your teams. Use it to re-engage with people who've perhaps gone quiet or you've missed out on the first time. And use it to bring brand new people to our business. Use it to bring brand new people to Leo, because that's the power of this product. It can work on almost everybody. And I can't wait to see what else you can do it. After such a strong start, things are only going to get better and better and better. So that's where we are with the new product, the new service. I want to share some good news about Leo Coin as well. As you all know, in September, the Chinese government made some very negative announcements about Bitcoin, about digital currency exchanges. This meant that between September and the end of September and sort of the first couple of weeks of October, almost every single exchange in China shut down. This included an exchange called DABTC, which was where Leo Coin was being traded in huge numbers. On that exchange, £300,000 or £400,000 worth of Leo Coin were traded every single 24 hours, which is, a significant amount of money. Overnight, over that month, that exchange was shut down, which had a huge negative impact on our Leo Coin. And it's why you've seen some of the challenges we faced in the last 5 or 6 weeks or so. However, as of last week, the Chinese government has made its peace with digital currency exchanges. The Chinese government is now working closely with them and licensing them and regulating them, which is all good. And this means that Top BTC has opened. Top BTC has opened to replace DABTC and has been trading Leo Coin for the last 4 days. So obviously it's early days for that exchange in Leo Coin. But as things build up, as more people in China hear about the fact that they can trade again on exchanges, we expect very, very positive things to happen for Leo Coin. And that's in the short term, really, because it was always that Chinese volume was pushing through and doing good things for the coin, and we expect that to come rushing back. And so we should see things moving in the right direction. And even as soon as the news broke, we saw a nice price rise in Leo Coin. As soon as people started to understand, we've seen sort of a steady increase over the last week or so. Gentle, but in a week when Ethereum has crashed, when lots of currencies apart from Bitcoin have suffered immensely, we've seen a fairly stable and gentle rise with Leo Coin. So fairly happy with that and what's been going on there. The other thing that's important about the digital market service and how it's bringing new people to our business is the impact that has on some of the trading platforms. The more people hear about Leo, the more people who join our business, the more people hear about Leo Coin and get excited about it, the more demand we create in the marketplace, whether it's through ownership money, whether it's through exchange trading, in whatever way it is, it doesn't matter. It's about generating demand, generating awareness amongst people who haven't heard of us yet. And that all has positive impact on the price. That all has positive impact on the future of our coin. So feeling very bullish, very excited after a solid, five days or so of the new product, and seeing how you're all responding all over the world. I think there's incredible things we can do in both our established markets, some of which are coming back to life after a bit of a nap, and even some of our exciting new markets like Finland, which has just had a huge launch in just a few days of coming new to the business last Wednesday, and already making a big impact with lots and lots of new Leo members, lots of excited people doing incredible things, even in this new country. So that's what we got with Leo Coin and the new product. I want to make an announcement that hopefully you know about because the emails went out last week. But if you don't, that's what this call is for as well. Leo Banking pre-shares. Now, these have been very, very popular with our members. Lots of you have been using your ownership money to trade for Leo Banking pre-shares, and lots of you people who are qualified for Mauritius are very, very excited about this. Because, of course, people who hold Leo Banking pre-shares, if they qualify for Mauritius, get a special reward when they're there. How do you qualify for the reward? You have to hold some Leo Banking pre-shares and you have to be in Mauritius. That's it. Very, very simple. Be in Mauritius and qualify. Done. Now, because of that, and because the deadline for Mauritius qualification is the end of this month, we are going to temporarily pause the Leo Banking pre-share platform. This is a temporary pause, which we will reopen again after the carnival in Mauritius. So the Leo Banking platform will be closed from the end of this month until after Mauritius, where we'll reopen it with another new project that we are launching on the Leo Banking platform. Very exciting. Can't share much about it yet. Now, if you do want to get Leo Banking pre-shares, if you haven't got the numbers you want already, if you prefer them to Leo Coin for whatever reason, you've got the next 8 days to get some banking pre-shares. After that, it'll be paused for the next, 6-7 months or something. And so we warned you last week. I'm warning you again. If you want some pre-shares, get them now, get involved in banking now, and also get a special reward in Mauritius if you are there. Moving on, we've had some amazing events this week, and I can't see our Cote d'Ivoirians on the call today. Oh no, there they are. Sorry. They held some amazing events in Cote d'Ivoire. This is a tough market to build in. I've been to Abidjan, which is not the capital, but a big commercial city in Cote d'Ivoire. They are built out of our French-speaking business, which has developed in France and the Caribbean and now into French-speaking Africa. And even for my friends and brothers in Pakistan, who have one of the hardest markets in the world, let me tell you, Cote d'Ivoire is a hard market too. Cote d'Ivoire is a place that's tough to build. There's, not everyone doesn't even have credit cards or bank access or even internet. And nonetheless, we are building an exciting business out there entirely on Bitcoin with some incredible leaders who are pushing their people through, who are building and building and building, generating opportunity for what is, well, frankly, a relatively poor country in the world. It's really inspiring to see Leo building there. It's really inspiring to see how our members who perhaps started in Paris are now building in Africa, who started in Pakistan are building in the Philippines, who started in China are building in Canada, who started in Sweden are building in India and Slovenia and Turkey and Finland. It's great to see the global nature of our Leo business. And this is another example of how with Leo, there are no borders, how with Leo, any country is just an opportunity. Anyone you meet from a foreign country could be your next strong leg or your next big business. This is the wonderful thing about Leo. And so I'm always so inspired to see us appearing and popping up in new, exciting countries. And it's not just our Cote d'Ivoirians. Our new marketing director, Mohamed Salim, I believe. Yep, engineer Mohamed Salim held an event just 8 days ago in Pakistan, training his people, celebrating his new promotion, and celebrating with his team, talking about the future of business, talking about the future of Leo, and talking about the exciting events coming up in his market and all over the world. And onwards, we see that even our Filipino members, who I just mentioned, who have done well with the new product, made a trip to Hong Kong, which is something I invite all of you to do. Go see our new offices out there in Hong Kong. They're beautiful. They're right in the heart of the city. They're the place to be right now. And meet our teams, talk to our people, share the pictures with your teams, and spread the news about the global opportunity that is the Leo business. And so our members are doing events and lots going on, but at the same time, we have great recognition for Patrice, who many of you may have met in Kuala Lumpur. He's a big character, leader based in Guadeloupe, which is a tiny island in the Caribbean. And I was there just a couple of weeks ago to host a live seminar. And there was something like, I think it was Guadeloupe, something like 400 people in the room, which is a pretty good number for any country, which is a pretty good number to have in almost any market. It's a good number of Leo attendees in an event. But if you consider 400 people in Guadeloupe out of a population of only 400,000, that's a very impressive number. That's 0.01% of the entire country attended a Leo live seminar in Guadeloupe. So I was delighted that he was able to organize that with his fantastic wife and team. And he was recognized very recently in Business for Home with a Q&A, with an interview, because he's really is a tremendous leader. He's got a lot of experience, and I'm delighted to see that he got this recognition and this interview organized by the local direct selling press. Dan Anderson was also in the press in Networking Times this week, and he's there sharing some of his top tips for entrepreneurial success. So there's these 5 top tips, which are a good read, something that you can share with your teams, showing how our chief executive, the Leo president and visionary, is the person being asked for his tips on success, is the person being requested to share his ideas, because people in the industry look to him, people in our market want to be like him, and they want to share his understanding for how to achieve success. And Dan's, who's currently away, is coming back, I think, tomorrow or the day after, but then we're sending him straight off to do a member training and recognition in Réunion Island. So when I first heard about this, I had to look up Réunion on a map as well. I'm sure many of you do. It's a beautiful island, one of the most beautiful places in the world, just near Madagascar, on the south west edge of Africa. It's not very far from Mauritius, actually. It's only a 45-minute flight north of Mauritius, and I've not had the opportunity to go myself. But my understanding is it's one of the most beautiful places on earth, which is obviously fantastic. It's also the home of lots and lots of Leo members, showing that it doesn't matter how big your country is, it doesn't matter how small your island is, you can build a Leo business there. And I know that Gilles and the rest of the Reunion team have been building and building and building there. And I was delighted to have time with Gilles, who's an executive now in Dubai last week. And he's building an incredible business, both in Reunion and across all of these small French-speaking islands all around the world. And so that's where our New Caledonian business comes from. That's where our business in lots and lots of small islands that you may not have even heard of has appeared from. So again, with Leo, you're building everywhere in the world. For me, that's not the most exciting forthcoming event. I'm incredibly excited about the 30K Chinese tour. Now, this is Andrew Hansen and me touring 6 locations, 12 events, 11 days, and covering over 30,000, it's actually 35,000 kilometers of China, meeting our teams there, meeting any of you who are pleased to come along. I remember at the last Chinese tour, we had a number of Pakistani people who made the trip. I think there was even a few people from Kazakhstan who cross the border into China, any of you who are in that region, any of you who want to see some of these incredible cities in China, get in touch and come along. It's going to be an epic tour. We're going to see so much of the country. We're going to talk to so many people. We're going to tell them about the future of Leo. We're going to talk about the Leo Gold project. We're going to talk about so many exciting things. So if you can make it, I would absolutely love to see members of our non-Chinese business out there with their Leo family out in China, helping to build these businesses and then building their own business in this new market. And it's not just the event, it's not just the training. In true Leo fashion, we're having a lucky draw there as well, which is something that goes down wonderfully in China, and is always a fun thing to do, where the attendees at those events, and if you're one of them, you'll obviously be entered, can win gold, can win some gold. There'll be 3 winners. Obviously, the top prize, a silver prize, and a 3rd place with different amounts of gold. So it's a fun little extra reason to make the trip, to get on down there and celebrate this tour with us and hear the latest information, hear what's going on with the Leo business, and obviously network and chat and connect with all of your Leo family members in China. So very, very excited for that. And on the next one. But the thing that really is really important is the next 8 days. If there's anybody on this call who has not qualified for Mauritius yet, you have to do it. You have to commit now that you're going to achieve it. The product last week is your route to it. The digital market service is the product that can get you qualified in hours, in days. Certainly 8 days is more than enough. I see people here from India. I see who have, who need to up and qualify. I see people here from Finland. I see people from Sweden. I see people from Germany, from all over the world, who I'd love to see in Mauritius. My brothers and sisters in Pakistan, who's going to Bollywood dance with me if you're not there? So I need to see as many of you on this call. I'm looking at your names as we scroll down now. If you're not in Mauritius, you will have missed out. If you don't make it to Mauritius, you'll miss out on probably the greatest Leo event ever. Those of you who made it to Kuala Lumpur, you know how well we treat you. You know the rewards you get. You know the special gifts. You know the prize. In Kuala Lumpur, there was the 5,000 RP golden handshake thing that helped lots of you qualify. There's just so many benefits, so many reasons to be there. There's information at the conference. There's the Leo banking event to give out the special rewards. There's 7 days of beautiful holiday in paradise. And there's only 90 places left. And the places are going fast. If you look at that list, you can see how many people are close to qualifying. You can see how many people who are just around the corner who can take one of those 90 spots. If you're close, or even if you've only just started, you need to make sure you are on one of those 90 places. And actually, if you look at the website right now, there's only 88 places left. It's gone down 2 since we made this screenshot, which wasn't that long ago. It's already going down and down and down and down. 88 places. You need to be in Mauritius if you're not already. And if you're coming to Mauritius and you're not bringing your team, then your team are missing out as well. A good leader makes sure his team benefits as well. And you're all fantastic leaders, I know. And so what are you waiting for? It's going to be the holiday of a lifetime. 8 days left to qualify. There's some beautiful rooms. There's a beautiful party. There's just, it's just incredible. I can't emphasize it enough. Don't miss out. It really, really is worth making that last push in this last 8 days. You've got a product that is simple, easy to sell, and you can use that product to massively generate volume for your business, break new associates, bring in new people. We've given you the tools. We've given you the tools, and now it's up to you to get the job done. Robin, I want to see you in Mauritius. Rock, Sabrina, Saida, I want to see you all in Mauritius. I want to see everyone on this call there. So what are you going to do about it? Make the decision today. If you haven't qualified already, get there. You can use these products. You can use this Leo opportunity. It's easier now than it has ever been before. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to think about that and think about, despite the excitement of the digital market service, that's only the first thing we're launching in the next few weeks and months. We've launched it last week. It's gone down great. I know you're using it to build your business. I know there's lots of people coming back. But you know what? We're going to launch something. We're going to launch another big project in just a couple of weeks. There is no business in the world that moves like Leo does. There is no business in the world that gives you this range of opportunities. The digital market service is going well, and it will continue to do well, and I expect all of you to continue to use it to build your businesses. But then the new value packs for gold will launch in just a couple of weeks as well. I think November the 6th is the time for that. They're going to launch and again give you even more opportunities, even more people to pitch to, really massively increasing your potential of people you can talk to. There's nobody you can't reach with your Leo business as we add opportunities, as we add options for you to use. And that's not even the end of this year. We're not even finishing out the year on the gold. Towards the end of the year into January, you'll see the next phase of Leo banking. You'll see the next project of that appear and materialize. Then as we run to Carnival and Mauritius, the third stage of Leo banking will appear, and you'll start to understand more and more about what we're doing with this revolutionary new concept, this fundamentally world-changing idea that changes the financial system, brings opportunity to millions of more people, keeps Leo coin at the heart of it, keeps digital currency at the heart of it. It's an amazing, amazing time to be involved in Leo because there's just so much coming in just the next few months. And then on the last day in Mauritius, on the 7th day of our Mauritius Paradise event, Dan Anderson will personally launch the Leo Day 7 plan. Now, we're working on this furiously now. It's a massive priority for us. It's incredibly distracting, incredibly exciting, and Dan will launch it in Mauritius. It's all about the next phase for Leo Coin. It's all about taking Leo Coin to the next level. Because we're doing so much, you're building up your business, we're bringing in new people, getting them excited about Leo, getting them excited about Leo Coin. That's going to build to a crescendo of volume, a crescendo of sales, a crescendo of new members. And then we're going to blow your and their minds with the Day 7 project. So I am bullish, excited, and delighted about Leo and our future. There's so much going on. You've done incredibly and really, really, really well in just a few short days since the launch of the digital market service. There's so much more to do. You've all built, well, many of you have built incredible global businesses in the past few years. And you've done it with Leo products, you've done it with the Leo opportunity, and with our new digital market service, you've got the easiest product you've ever had to do that with. So if you could do that in the old days, you can do that again now with a much easier product. I can't wait to see what you achieve. Use digital market service, bring in new members, get them benefiting from it, get them involved in Bitcoin, get them involved in Ethereum, get them involved and in digital currency. Get excited about gold. You'll hear much more about that in the next 2 weeks as we get closer and closer to that launch. If you're not in Mauritius, well, I don't know what else I can say to convince you. And of course, if you can get to any of our events that are happening around the world, make sure you're there. If you can get to China, I'd love to see you there in November. If you're in Reunion or you can get down there, it's a beautiful holiday that's worth it. There's Sweden, there's Cameroon, there's things coming up in Brazil. Make sure you're at Leo events. It's where you hear the best information. It's where you get to meet some corporate team members, maybe me, maybe Dan or Andy or Joel or any of our exciting corporate team. Use our business, use this opportunity. The time is now to make the move. Don't miss out. Don't let your members miss out on our new products and our new opportunity. And make sure you do whatever you can to build your business, grow it all over the world, and get yourself to Mauritius, China, wherever it is you want to achieve, whatever your objective is. Thank you, Stefan, for the love and the little emoticons. Always delighted. And I look forward to seeing what you can all achieve. So that's mainly it for the call. There's just a note on, I think, the daylight savings time for next week. In the UK, there's a thing called daylight saving times that happens across lots of Europe, though not every single country. And this means that it will be at a new time. We will send out an email on this as well to confirm with you, just to let you know. But if you are from one of these countries, take a screenshot, share it with your teams, make sure they know that next week, if you don't observe daylight savings time, the call will be on at an hour later than it has been on this week. And you can see your times there. I mean, it's fairly straightforward. I don't need to tell you about the times, but just make sure you're aware, because otherwise you'll be hanging around on the call for an hour and you'll be wondering what's happened, or you'll end up joining the Chinese language call, which will be very confusing. But anyway, good luck to you. Have a fantastic few days. Use these last couple of days to build your people, build your teams, and qualify and get to what you want to do. Next week, Dan's back, and he'll be talking a lot about gold. In the meantime, focus on the digital market service and use this opportunity like you've never used anything before. I can't wait to see what you achieve. Have a cracking week, all. Thanks very much.